Innovative content. Global audience.
Hello, good morning, viewers. Yes, another beautiful Thursday here in the Federal Capital Territory. We're reaching you live from our SRO TV studio here in Abuja. This is Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Princess KESSY, and today I have with me on the show.
MARYVAL easy.
How was your night, Mary?
Fine. My night was good and yours?
Fine, can't complain. See you're wearing all red. What's happening? You have a date after
No,
work
no, no,
today?
no, no, no. No dates. Just the dress for the work. Yeah.
Okay, I know red is your favorite color. Funny enough, I wanted to wear red.
Really? And now I'm imperfect too.
How perfect can that be? When everything
It's a bit
must
like
be
the
red.
presenters today just wore red and that's cool.
But thank God I didn't actually. When I saw your red, that was what came to my mind. Thank God I didn't wear that red. The thing is, I couldn't iron. I was lazy. If not, I already picked
Okay.
it up, but I looked at it. It was a little bit rumpled. I wanted to iron. I was checking my time. I just picked the one that was
Okay.
already ironed. That was what I actually had in mind, and I'm thanking God right now I didn't wear it. Okay, we have a lot of issues coming from CBN this morning. CBN is actually all over the news. You can see that Tinubu again suspend indefinitely EFCC chairman. We know that there has been calls from different quarters from
Yeah.
individuals, even on the former president, that EFCC chairman needs to go. But of course, the new president, has just given that to those who were actually calling for him to be suspended or even removed. We'll see how that go. Anyway, we'll kickstart. Before we start, I'm going to have a guest later today, all the way from London. Nigerian week is fast approaching, and of course, there are some details we want the viewers want to keep. We need to keep you abreast with the events, and so we have one of the team members will be bringing him from London this morning via call to talk to you himself. But before then, we'll kickstart with the reviews, and these are some of the news coming from the national dailies. And the Punch, the main headline here says, currency floating. Private sector economists back CBN. Naira falls to 664 per dollar. And the writer says CBN allows banks to sell dollar at own price, removes cap on exchange rates. Economics analysts worry over central bank capacity to stabilize exchange rates. Now, all these stories are on page 17 of the Punch newspaper. There's a story here that says Lagos police brutalize a strip lady over cultism allegation. Now, that story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. As well, there's a story here that says Tinubu suspend EFCC chair indefinitely, orders probe. And that story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. There's another story here that says student loan disbursement begins in September, FG, and the story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. There's another story here that says President projects 500,000 jobs with data protection law. That story is on page 10 of the Punch newspaper. There's another story here that says prosecute Justice Bakashua's husband, NBA test FG, and that story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. There's a story here as well that says Tinubu mourns 106 Kwara boat accident victims, 144 rescued, and that story is on page 3, 4, and 6 of the Punch newspaper. There's a story here also that says no division in Akeredolu's cabinet, state acting governor, and that story is on page 12 of the Punch newspaper. These are all the stories we have coming from the Punch newspaper this morning. There's a story
This
here that
one.
actually caught my attention. The main headline says private
Private
sector
sector.
economics back CBN. Naira falls to 664 per dollar. Now, CBN allows banks to sell dollar at own price, remove cap on exchange rates. I don't know how that will work for us as a people.
Let's see how it
We,
plays.
we can't say this bank is selling at their own rates, another bank is selling at their own rate. That
Honestly,
will be
the price
disastrous.
needs to be need to be in uniform because you cannot be selling here. This one is selling here, and
Anyway,
all
people
that.
will always go for the one that will favor them. And then also, maybe I don't know. Let's see what the black marketers. Let's see how they are selling. We just want to do a follow up on that story, and I just want to bring the president of the Bureau the change here tomorrow if he will have the chance to speak with us. And then there's a story here also that caught my attention. Now, this picture, you could see the picture there. Lagos police brutalize strip lady over cultism allegation. Is this right?
Funny enough, cultism allegation. So which means they aren't even sure of
Yes,
what they are doing. So why all this?
this is not right if you ask me. Look at the way the police is dragging
This is
this
the kind of thing
lady.
you see them putting all their energy. Honestly, you see them put on their energy in this kind of thing. Like, but when you call them for something important now, you won't see them.
And I'm thinking that they would have just arrested her, treat her still, take her into custody.
She's a lady for crying out
Probably
loud.
be, just take her into custody rather than dragging her on the street, on the road like this. Anyway, I want to see to the end of that story. And
Student loan disbursement begins in
yes,
September.
and
That's
Teba,
a good one.
that's a good one. But
Wow.
see, actually,
But this country, like I don't want to say anything about this thing. Are they going to follow this procedure? Anyway, let's see today.
no, I think a lot of people have the opinion that the new president will be one that obeys and respect the rule of law. And for this reason, I want to believe that the president knows exactly what he's doing. These are some
Okay.
of the things I believe he wants to carry out, give order that he carry out to the last letter. And there's another one here that also said President project 500,000 jobs with the data protection law.
Ever since this man entered as the president, there has been one good news to the other. Over.
Is subsidy a good news to you?
No, like let's forget about the subsidy.
Because
Other
you
things
are
that he
the
has
one
been doing.
complaining.
No, now, like at least even when there is bad, there's always good. You
There
get. I'm
is.
trying
I
to say
love
that
that.
there's also good news coming, not just bad news all
Yes.
through. Because there's a situation whereby everything is bad, killing this one, that one. But sometimes you see him making
Changes.
yes, apart from the subsidy own issue that we are just trying to see
Unifies
God if
for
they
everybody.
will do anything about it. But the rest, you see him at least trying to better the country, trying to do something that will help the country, and it's actually making me happy though.
Yes, he's trying. I think the man, I love the fact that he came in the very first speech. He has given an order, no subsidy, and before you know, from there it has been one order to the other, and these things are being done. That shows that even before he came in, of course, he's a Nigerian, and this is the issue I have with politicians. You will
Yeah,
come into power, you say you need 3 months, 4 months to know what is happening to address issues.
his own is
The man
different.
has been seeing what is happening. So even
Sure,
before now, he has laid down this rule just in case
he
I
win.
win.
Yeah,
This is what I will do, and that is what he did. I think everybody, every politician, all leaders, should take a cue from this.
sure.
I saw a story here also. Tinubu suspend EFCC chair indefinitely to other people. There has been calls from different people, from different
About the
quarters
EFCC, right?
during President Buhari's regime that he has to go. There was a time he was arrested as well. Now he was
I think
released.
during President Barry, he wasn't taking any action enough. He was just okay when this MFL and all that. He has been there and he's just so calm with them. But immediately, the
That is
president,
why you say
the
people
incoming
give
president,
fast. People
yes,
give fast. It's just his own way style
it's all
of
these changes that I'm seeing. The
leadership.
way he's just working is actually making me happy. Yes, because I feel like this person is working. He's not there to sit down. Apart from the subsidy stuff, I feel he's actually trying in other aspects, the subsidy and security, because they are still killing. They are still killing in
Yes,
the
we need
country.
to focus. I'm just sitting on so you already gave order as regarding insecurity, but we're still waiting for more orders to be carried out to give it as well, so that we know that people live peacefully moving forward. We move quickly to the next newspaper. We have
Coming from the Guardian newspaper this morning, the big headline here says Naira slumps as CBN commences rates harmonization faces hurdle. Okay, faces supply hurdle. You can find that story on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Okay, there's another story here that says INEC LP biker over subpoena as OB tenders IREV reports. You can find that story on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. There's another headline here that says FG to begin disbursements of student loan September. You can find that story on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. There's another story here that says DSS invites suspended EFCC chairman. You can find that story on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Another headline here says outrage as Kano government demolishes multi-million naira monuments. You can find that story on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Another story here says AMCON's bid to return Arik Air to founder fails twice over 240.3 billion debt. You can find that story on page 15 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And here, another headline Kenya president wants less circulation of dollars in Africa. You can find that story on page 2 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. I think that's all the story making with the Guardian newspaper today. Wow. Like there are lots of headlines here that like this one that says
Kenyan.
president
Let me start from Kenyan president. Now he wants less circulation of dollars in Africa. Just maybe that is going to strengthen our own currency.
sure.
It's going to strengthen our own currency. But also, you're aware that some of the things we order from the US we pay with our dollar account. We pay with
This
dollar.
is just what he wants, but this won't work.
We know
That's
it
just the
won't work.
truth. Yeah.
Yes, it won't work. And also outrage as Kano government demolishes multi-million naira monuments.
This is not
I
funny.
think that demolition in Kano, I don't know what's going on, but I think it's won so many already. And let me know, I don't want to be fast forward, but I hope these demolitions are not targeted at particular people.
That is
That
just
is the
it.
thing.
I wanted to say Kano and they tried to compete with Abuja. Because I know Abuja has been up and doing when it comes to demolishing houses. Please, Kano, please people should calm down. I just hope it's not for a particular people. You understand? Let it just be that maybe they are doing this demolition for a particular reason, and let it be that they informed those people before time.
And there's a
They
story
didn't
here.
take them on away.
DSS invites suspended EFCC chair. We're going to
Wow.
see more of that. A lot of things are happening in this.
That's unfolding like
Wow.
gradually.
He has been the one inviting people. Now he has been invited to show that nothing is stable in life. When I talk to politicians every day, when I talk to people every day, that's what I
Funny
say.
enough, they can't even go
Power
anywhere.
is
Like you are
trusted.
here, no
Power
no
is
no no
trusted.
place to
You
run
don't feel
to.
like because you are
That's
here
just it.
and I know this guy has been this man has been inviting a lot of people and now I want to see the way he will react. Now DSS invites him for questioning, probably whatever they will do moving forward, but it's really somehow that you were the one inviting people now
And
you've
right
been
now,
invited
very
for
unpredictable
questioning for
words,
all
sure.
that. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see more of that story. Anyway, we move quickly to the next newspaper we have, and that will be coming from the Daily Sun. The main headline here says Tinubu's hammer falls again, smashes EFCC chairman. Others probe of Bawa, director of operations, to act, and that story is on page 27 of the Daily Sun. There's a story here as well that says Obi INEC lawyers clash over summons on Yakubu on page 6 of the Daily Sun. There's a story here as well that says Kwara boat mishap. Tinubu orders probe as death toll rises to 106 on page 4 of the Daily Sun. There's another story here that says NMDPRA marketers needs to advert petrol scarcity. We are cash strapped, says Nugasa, and that story is on page 25 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Labour vast push for immediate salary award to lessen effects of subsidy removal. That story is on page 2 of the Daily Sun. There's another story here that says FG Moore's autonomy for public universities as disbursement of student loan begins September. That story is on page 28 of the Daily Sun newspaper. As well, there's a story here that says bandits attack mourners, kidnap policeman, two others in Benue on page 4 of the Daily Sun newspaper. There's another story here that says Nigeria, India agree to block pipeline of illicit drug flow as NCB sign MOU on page 4 of the Daily Sun. There's a story here as well that says Reps declared Bajabia seat vacant on page 26 of the Daily Sun newspaper. There's a story here that says Tinubu signs into law data protection bill on page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says Naira sells for 755 per dollar as FG gives bank power to decide forex rates. And that story is on page 2 of the Daily Sun newspaper. There's a story here that says government abducts 7 University of Just students on page 4 of the Daily Sun. Now, these are all the stories we have coming from Daily Sun this morning.
Man, this one.
Quite a lot.
Yes. I don't know. This killing stuff is not really funny anymore. It's just too much.
There's a story here that says government adopts 7 University of Just students.
And they're so rest in peace. So.
Not
Okay,
killed
no, I wanted to
themselves.
talk about this one. These bandits.
The bandits.
Yes, that attack mourners, kidnap
Okay.
2 police, and I don't know.
And
Because
even this
most times if
news-
they attack people like this, it's difficult for those people to come out alive. That is even my fear. Because that is mostly what they do. The next thing you see that maybe they ask for money and those people they are unable to provide the money, and the next thing you see that those people they are gone. I don't know.
And this para boat mishap, Tinubu order probe as death toll rises to 106. So sad. So sad. We condole with the families. And Labour also vows to push for immediate salary awards to lessen effects of subsidy removal. Yes, I this issue of salary and issues of I understand is really biting hard. It's becoming more harder. Like today on my way to work, you could tell that it's becoming harder.
No, recently it's difficult to even get vehicle that will bring you to work. I find it very difficult.
There's a little bit of scarcity here and there.
Yeah.
I had to the other night. That was 2 days ago. I had under the rain. I was on a queue for over 2 hours
Wow.
to like almost 10 p.m. at night because I can't drive. I know if I drive at some point, the fuel is going to my car is going to
Finish.
stop.
Okay.
So I had to stay under that rain, under that struggle to just get the fuel, and it was terrible. And I know that like this morning on my way to the office, you could see the queue. The queues are resurfacing, and that is why also we saw here from NMDP ROA marketers need to advert through scarcity. We are cash strapped, says Nugasa. These are the issues. I don't know what we're going to do. The fuel is very expensive, and to cap it is now becoming scarce. It's a
Scarce.
commodity, something we cannot
Yeah.
see. I think that is not even
It's
something-
expensive. It's not even
it's
available.
never available. I
Yes.
don't think that's something we hope to see or we want to see. Please, they should find a way around this. And there's a story here that says Tinubu signs into law data protection bill. This man, I want to believe, I think I want to stand the people that says he has a lot of wisdom, he
A
knows
lot.
what he's doing.
A lot.
Because if you see what he has been signing into
Into
law
bill, yeah.
recently, I think there are things that will benefit the people. We move on quickly to the next newspaper we have.
Coming from the leadership newspaper this morning. The big headline here says Tinubu begins monetary policy reforms, floats naira. Another headline here says CBN collapse forex into import and export windows. Here there's another story that says scraps RT 200 rebates, naira for dollar. Here another naira for dollar, remittance scams. Here another headline here says experts optimistic as equities market gains 2.2 trillion naira in 2 days. You can find that story on page 4 of the leadership newspaper this morning. Here there's not another headline here that says explainer how floating of naira affects BTA fees, PTA, SNES. You can find that story on page 4 of the leadership newspaper this morning. Here another headline here says APC slams Amnesty International over claims of 120 killings under Tinubu. You can find that story on page 6 of the leadership newspaper this morning. Here another headline says subsidy remover reps tax FG on palliative measures. You can find that story on page 9 on the leadership newspaper this morning. And another story here that says Nupeng NSCDC face off Audi orders Rivers commandant. Let me take that story again. Nupeng NSCDC face off Audi orders Rivers commandant to step aside. You can find that story on page 9 of the leadership newspaper this morning. I think that's all the story. Okay, there's another story here that says 2023 Hajj. All pilgrims will be airlifted, says Nakon. You can find that story on page 8 of the leadership newspaper this morning. Here, another headline says Kwara boat mishap 144 rescued, 33 bodies found in Niger. You can find that story on page 7 of the leadership newspaper this morning. That's all the story we have this morning on the leadership newspaper.
Subsidy remover reps tax FG on palliative measures. I just think that at this point there is no measure you're going to give to the people, except you ask them to stop working for 5 days a week,
Yeah.
and then you increase the salary as well. I know the salary issue this period and coming to work every day. I personally had a fallout with someone yesterday over this issue of lack of money, not coming to work or reducing the work hour or work
If you ask me, I would
days.
say they shouldn't even add to our salary. What they should do is reduce the work days, because even if, let me say, you want to give me like 10,000 in addition of my salary, it will still end in transportation.
That is true.
So the truth is, it is not even addition of a minimum wage or whatever. Because what about the private sector? The best thing is reduce the work days. We believe that the whole subsidy removal, there will be a time it will stop. It will not last forever.
But the
Hopefully,
issue is this: when it stops with these people, will the price still come down?
but you know that's the problem with this country. That is the problem with this country.
That is a
Anything
failure.
that goes high hardly comes down. Because most times I could remember then when I was coming from Suleja to Abuja, then there was a kind of high price in fuel. But later on, when they reduced that price, they now made it permanent that time 500 because the fuel price was high. But when they reduced the price, they were still carrying
It was still
500. But the
500.
price was down. So that is the problem. And right now it's almost like 1,000 naira. Yes, it's like 1,000 naira just to go there. So tell me, once they reduce the price of the fuel, will they reduce it? I feel like the drivers, man, is another opportunity for them to just start carrying people on a high price. So the best thing is don't even increase the minimum wage, reduce the work days. That's just it.
Okay, we move on to the next newspaper. We'll have that will be the Daily Trust. Big headline here says Tinubu suspends EFCC chairman Bawa, accuses him of abuse of office. Umar Abba takes charge. Embattled anti-grift chief breed by DSS. Remover politically motivated. This is coming from CSOs, and all these stories are on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says reactions trade Kanu's government demolition of roundabouts, and that story is on page 11 of the Daily Trust newspaper. As well, there's a story here that says Kwara boat mishap. 144 rescued as FG vows to prosecute owners, and that story is on page 6 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Student loan. We can no longer foot universities beer. This is coming from FG this morning, and that story is on page 6 of the Daily Trust newspaper. There's a story here also that says revenue from railway drops by 60% as passengers traffic plunges to 5 million in first quarter. And that story is on page 29 of the Daily Trust newspaper. There's a story here as well that says turn the kills referee during football match in Niger. And that story is on page 16 of the Daily Trust newspaper. There's another story here that says kidnappers at abduct policeman. Two mourners demands 1.7 million ransom. That story is on page 5 of the Daily Trust newspaper. As well, there's a story here that says CBN finally devalues Naira. Forest scarcity bites harder on airlines. Devaluing and unifying the currency very positive. The story is on page 14 19 and 20 of the Daily Trust newspaper. These are all the stories we have coming from Daily Trust this morning. And there's a story here that did cause my attention. Thunder kills referee during football match in
Yeah,
Nigeria.
I knew about that story. I think it happened in Suleja because a lot of my friends were posting it. It's one of the best referee they have here in Suleja. His picture was all over on Facebook. They were posting him and all that. But I actually didn't know the man. It happened there in Suleja. May so rest in peace.
Amen.
Mm.
I know this thing has happened once, like how many times in Niger? This is the third time or fourth I've been hearing this. I know the last
Okay,
time
I
I,
haven't heard it before.
yes, my
This
cousin
was
was
even my
there.
first
She
time.
went to school. She used to school she schooled at Vida.
Okay.
She was the one that told me there was one time we spoke and she said somebody died. Thunder just came from nowhere, struck, and the next thing the person fell, turned to as black as charcoal. The person was gone.
Same Niger.
Yes, I'm
Wow.
like in Bida, and I'm like, just like that. Yes, that the rain was not even much. The thunder just came and struck, and that was it. And then, she's telling me a lot of scary things, and she had to leave at some point. I didn't think she finished. She had to go to another school. I think she went to one of the colleges in my school to complete her HND because of a lot of stories. It's really a sad one. And kidnappers adopt policeman, two mourners, and somebody that is already
That's what I wanted to say.
mourning.
Like,
What
God.
do you think they will have the money
The
from?
problem of this country, I don't even know where to start from. Somebody that is mourning. So where do you want them to start from? Or is it just because they just want to do their job? Because I actually don't know these people. If maybe they are on targets that you must kidnap this. Sometimes I used to think that actually these people are not on a target that today you have to bring like 10 people from a particular community. Because that is just it. Why is it that every time, even if they see you dying, they'll still collect you like that? Even if most times it's not even from before they used to do it like people that are from rich homes. But now even if you are poor, they will still kidnap you like that and demand for ransom. The thing is getting worse. Please, federal government should do something about it.
That
Because
is
I
the
don't know.
cry of every
They
Nigerian.
should.
And there's a story here that says student loan. We can no longer foot university bills. I don't know how that is going to work. Please, federal government, please allow people to go to school. This loan must not be for everybody.
Sure.
They should not make it as if you are entitled to that loan. You must go and take a loan, because where are the jobs? How long would the period of the payment be?
Even though I heard the loan has no interest rates. There's
No
no interest.
interest,
Yeah,
but what of the period of time? What if you
that's
come
just
from
it.
school, you are not able to get job on time? Don't
Yeah,
forget
because
that there's
then
a penalty also if you are not
because there are
able to pay.
limited
You
jobs
will
here in
be jailed.
Nigeria.
And
Sure.
don't forget the two. You're supposed to come with two lawyers. As to which two, I don't know at these days which of the students will be able to afford the services of
That
lawyers,
is
not to
easy
talk
for
of
free.
two. So these are some of the issues they should consider. Anyway, viewers, don't go anywhere. We'll go on a quick break. I when we return, we'll continue with the reviews. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance awards to deserving Nigerians and industry icons. Nigeria Week will showcase Afrobeat A-list artists, Ice Prince, Terry G, Orishefemi, Oris Wileke, Konga, Bigiano, Nice Flow, Jetplay, and many more. Dates 17th to 23rd July 2023. Time 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Venue Lighthouse Theatre 262 to 274 Camberwell Road, London SE50AY. Tickets available on Eventbrite at www.eventbrite.com/Nigeria Week or numbers below. For more details, visit our website www.
Okay, my people, it cannot.
Hello, viewers. You're welcome back from that quick break. Yes, this is Wake Up Nigeria. We're streaming live on our we're still on the newspaper reviews. We'll continue with
The News Direct newspaper this morning. I hear the Nigerian News Direct. I hear the big headline here says Tinubu suspend EFCC chairman as panic rises among Buhari's appointees. Here another story says Bauer to undergo proof over weighty allegation conduct in office. Here another story says, Emefiele's example spurs anxiety. You can find that story on page 2 of the News Direct newspaper this morning. Here there's another headline that says, Nigeria reclaims top spot as Africa's largest crude oil producer in May 2023. You can find that story on page 3 of the News Direct this morning. CPPE louds unification of exchange rates. That story is on page 3 of the News Direct this morning. Here another headline says, NCC tax telcos on network security consumer safety. You can find that story on page 10 of the News Direct this morning. Here another headline says, CBN releases guidelines for forex markets, abolishes naira for dollar, RT200 rebate scheme. Here another headline says, boats mishap, Kwara rolls our new safety guidelines as Governor Abdulrazak leads delegation to Patigi. Here another headline says, Tinubu assents to data protection bill. Here another story says, gunmen kidnap policemen, 2 others in Benue State. I think that's all the story we have here on News Direct this morning.
Quite a lot we see from other papers as well. But I saw a story here also that says NCC tax telecoms on network security, consumer safety. Yes, try and back people's data and try also to keep them um, safe as well. Because people get tend to these days you see scammers calling your line from nowhere. I see
Sure.
scammers. Yes, somebody has been calling me since yesterday from Lagos.
Someone you don't even know.
I don't know.
Imagine.
He sent a message. I know he sent a message on WhatsApp, and he has been trying. I'm just following him. You already know what's happening. So I love that. And this story here that says there's a story here that says CBN releases guidelines for forest markets, abolishes naira for dollar, rates 200 rebate schemes. We'll see how that go. Like I said, I'm going to bring a financial expert or uh, Bureau de Change chairman. Also, we move on quickly to the next newspaper we have that will be coming from this day newspaper. Now, these are some of the stories we have. Big headline here says CBN abolishes multiple exchange rates. Transactions now to hold on I and E window FS rates. And there's a rider here says stock bond market appreciates. Analyst hails move. There's another rider here that says prescription of trading limits on oversold FS. All the stories are on page 40 of this day newspaper. There's a story here as well that says subsidy remover, petrol price war imminent as NMDPRA begins licensing of more oil importers. That story is on page 41 of this day newspaper. There's a story here that says Senate resumes legislative activities adjourns till July 4th. That story is on page 1 of this day newspaper. These are some of the stories we have coming from this day newspaper this morning. Uh, there's a story here as well that says Bawa honors Bawas honors DSS invitations hour after suspension. Umaru now acting EFCC chair. ROEA Orlando sealed deal to boost clean energy access in Nigeria, and that story is on page 5 of this day newspaper. These are all the stories we have. And we saw, okay, there's another story here that says Ambode marks 3 score years anniversary in style. You can see the picture there. These are all the stories we have coming from this day this morning.
There are lots of headlines here.
There's a lot of I
today.
love the fact that I don't, but there's something I don't get. This is June,
Yeah.
and then we say that Senate resumes legislative activities adjourned in July 4th.
Fourth.
Why? That's quite far. What are they supposed to do in before that time?
You don't know this country. They'll always come
Renovation,
up with
cleanings. Oh,
yes.
please, they should
Or
see.
maybe they want to sleep and wake up and rest.
Anyway,
So
I want to see I will share the details of that story later. And then we'll move on quickly to the next newspaper we have.
this morning, coming from the Vanguard newspaper this morning, and I hear the big headline says Naira depreciates to $664.4 as CBA removes restriction. Here the rider here, another rider here says reintroduces willing buying, willing selling model. Here another headline says abolishes multiple exchange rates. Another story here says cancels rebates for non-oil exports remittance. Naira for dollar remittance scheme. Here another story says impacts include increased FX inflow, 4 trillion naira boost to government revenue, further rise in inflation. Inflation analysts. Here another story says 12 trillion naira rise in government debt, increased debt services cost, higher debt, GDP ratio. And here another story says retaining FS restriction on 43 items. On 43 items, counterproductive, terrible. I think you can find other story on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And here another headline says Tinubu, INEC chairman evading service of witness summon Obi tells court. Let me take that story again. INEC chairman evading service of witness summon Obi tells court. Here another headline says NBA demands Senator Bokachua's arrest. You can find that story on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Another headline says reps to Tinubu rolls out fuel subsidy palliatives. You can find that story on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Another headline here says Tinubu suspend EFCC boss Bawa indefinitely. You can find that story on page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And here another story here says NUPRC battles NMDPRA over control of Bonny River Terminal. You can find that story on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And here another headline here says Nigerian ships goods to Ghana for certification to enhance export value. You can find that story on page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And here another headline says Tinubu mourns victims of Kwara boat mishap, others probe. You can find that story on page 13 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And here another headline says student loan, ASU say no to tuition fee hike. You can find that story. Okay, say no to student fee hike as camps begins September. Wow, let's see how that plays though. Here another headline here says Governor Lawa switch hunting exam for our governor. Machawali's camp. You can find that story on page 12 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Dollar video probe. Gandhi seeks restraining injunction against EFCC. You can find that story on page 13 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. I think that's all the story you have here. Okay, here there's another story. I say PSG slaps 200 million euros price tag in Mbappe. You can find that story on page 37 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. That's all the story we have. A lot of headlines
this morning.
Yeah.
I saw a story here that says the dollar video probe Ganduje seeks restraining injunction against TFCC. I know that story has been quite a lot. That story trended for a long time. I didn't know we were still on that, but maybe now that he's out of office, they want to put searchlights on him again as regarding to that. And a lot of stories here Of course, we've seen so much, a lot of them as well from other reviews we've had. And so we'll quickly take the last paper for the day. That will be coming from the Punch Sports Extra this morning. The main headline here says AFCON 22, AFCON 2003 qualifiers. Wild Dogs dethrone Eagles. Guinea-Bissau replace Nigeria at top of Group A after Sao Tome win. And this story is on page 7 of the Punch Sport Extra. We also have a story here that says real table 100 million euro for Mbappe, and that story is on page 3 of the Punch Sport Extra. There's another story here that says keen to join United July. That story is on page 5 of the Punch Sport Extra. There's a story here that says Adeyele hoping to grab Eagles chance. That story is on page 7 of the Punch Sport Extra. And there's a story here as well that says and Mena backs NPFL stars to shine on page 7 as well. We also have a story here that says CAF names Sudanese ref for AFCON qualifier, and that story is on page 7 as well, the Punch Sport Extra this morning. Arsenal to terminate Pape contracts on page 4 of the Punch Sport Extra. There's a story here as well that says Napoli receives offers from PSG, Chelsea for Osimhen. And that story is on page 6 of the Punch Sport Extra this morning. There's a story here that says dressers close to Rangers move on page 6 of the Punch Sport Extra this morning. These are some of the stories we have. John insists on Baka stay on page 2 of the Punch Sport Extra. These are some of the stories we have coming from the Punch Sport Extra this morning.
Mbappe. I think Mbappe is another hot guy we have here. In his sports.
So football, I know you're a football fan. So what's this White Dogs dethrone Eagles?
That is Super Eagles now. You know they already lost now. They lost in the match.
So they're coming back home?
Sure. So what else?
Or they will still play again?
I think they've lost.
Wow. Lost. Anyway, that's a good place to wrap up the reviews this morning. I'll go quickly on a break, and when I return, I'll be coming back with my guest. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance awards to deserving Nigerians and industry icons. Nigeria Week will showcase Afrobeat A-list artists, Ice Praise, Terry G, Orishefemi, Oris Wiliki, Konga, Bigiano, Nice Flow, Jetplay, and many more. Dates, 17th to 23rd July 2023. Time 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Venue, Lighthouse Theatre, 262 to 274 Camberwell Road, London SE50AY. Tickets available on Eventbrite at www.eventbrite.com/Nigeria Week or numbers below. For more details, visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week, produced by SRTV in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Information.
Okay, my people, it could not be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria.
Hello viewers, you're welcome back from that quick break. Like I did promise, I was going to come back with a guest. I have my guest with us via call all the way from London, Ambassador Joseph Ehiga Musoe, Program Director, SRTV Nigerian Week London. Good morning, sir. How is London this morning?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you both for your wonderful work that you're doing there. London is great as usual.
That was nice.
We're enjoying
Summer.
We're enjoying good weather, just like you have in Abuja, Nigeria at the moment.
Wow, good to know. So what's happening is the Nigeria week. It's just around the corner. We're talking about looking at next month. So what's happening? We saw there was a little bit of a move there, but is everything? Or just tell us, brief us, what's going on with that event?
Well, it's all bubbling. It's all cooking and cooking, ready to serve. You know, like they say, it's all brewing. You know, all the events, preparations, contacts, all the plans are very much in place. And we're looking forward to July. As you rightly said, we had a movement in terms of the date from May to July. This was resultant from a couple of things. First of all, logistical reasons with the British Embassy, which things seem to be moving fast and big at the moment for majority of our guests looking to come from Nigeria particularly. And also there became increased interest, to participate at this Nigeria Week event in London from different stakeholders, and we needed to, expand the activities to accommodate all of these new interests that were expressed by stakeholders and firms. So, which now made it a full-fledged 7-day event from the 17th to the 23rd of July. This whole event will be taking place. So I have just to go on a stretch to give you a breakdown of what's looking to happen. From the 17th to the 19th, for example, the first 3 days, supposed to the all indoor activities we had lined up originally in May. Now we're looking to have bits of outdoor activities in the first 3 days, from the 17th through to the 19th. For example, we'll be having film show, we'll be having music performances from Afrobeat artists, from the UK as well as around the world that are looking to attend. We have some upcoming Afrobeat artists to feature in those first 3 days. And then we'll be having film shows. So directors and filmmakers from the Nollywood industry that have also expressed interest. So we're giving room now for directors and filmmakers to submit their films. What we call director's cut, 40-minute duration of films, to be sent across, which will be showcased in these first 3 days. So this will be happening outdoor at the mini park, which is just very close to the venue of this event at Camberwell. Yeah, at Camberwell in Southeast London. So we'll have a marquee. We have to create a very good ambience for outdoor film show. So people will have opportunity to see those films that will be showcased during these first 3 days. There will be food exhibition. And Nigerian delicacies will be available, what we call street food. Which you refer to as mama puts in Nigeria. So we'll be having
oh my goodness, mama puts in London.
So we'll have days, we'll have suya, we'll have, all these delicacies that are of Nigeria heritage in terms of food. So we'll have all of these.
And we're having suya as well?
Of course, so all of these will be there. You have palm wine. You have fresh brewed drinks.
We are taking Nigerians to London, indeed.
Honestly, to showcase Africa.
This is what it's all about. That's why it's a Nigerian week in London.
Sure.
So we're making it home for everyone. So all of this will take place in those first 3 days, and And then on the 20th, we will now have a full indoor event that would take place. During this 20th, the Nigerian Film Summit will take place. Where in this Nigerian Film Summit, we'll have Nigerian Film Fund and a host of other things, filmmaking collaboration with the British Film Institute, BFI, and professional stakeholders, practitioners, professionals of the industry, the various guild directors, the Actors Guild of Nigeria, Directors Guild of Nigeria, Producers Association of Nigeria, all their directors, they are all coming to London. So all of this will be on the agenda for the 20th of July, 2022. And also in the evening of it, we're going to be having a film screening, and there are two titles that have been officially lined up, for this screening on this day. The title Shaihu Umar Usman Danfodio, which is very relative to the formation, the creation of the country Nigeria. We'll be having a great background history, through this film that will be showcased on this day. Then come the 21st, which is the next day, we'll be having a full-fledged Afrobeat coming home for Nigerians and friends of Nigeria in London. We'll be having Afrobeat music extravaganza. We have artists that have been lined up for, this music extravaganza to take place. Ice Prince, Orisha Femi, Konga, Sunny Danger,
Oriswiliki, Terry G, and
Terry G, Oris Williki, legendary Oris Williki. They're all on the bill, to come through. To come through on the music extravaganza, to bring Afrobeat music home to Nigerians and friends of Nigeria. Many years ago, we did say that Afrobeat was going to rule the music world. People thought it was a dream. Now we will see dream come true.
It has become a reality. That is true.
Exactly. So that is that. And then come Saturday, the 22nd, we would be assembling the best of Nigerian professionals and achievers all around the world as they come through during this gala dinner award night, for the 22nd of July 2023. Lots of Nigerians are doing great things at home and diaspora. They have been, we had a fish net all around the world, to try and reach out and identify some of these Nigerian achievers, to be rewarded and celebrated for the great contribution they have made to, humanity, to the societies wherever they're domiciled, as well as making Nigeria proud and, taking the brand Nigeria, to the world on a positive line. Because people, when you mention Nigeria, people always think negative stuff, but we're telling them that good things can come from Nigeria in sports, in education, in finance, in technology, in movies, in films, in music, comedy. Nigeria is taking the central stage all around the world. So these people who have achieved in these sectors, we have identified many of them, and they will be awarded and recognized on the 22nd, during the Nigerian Week in London. So the grand finale of it, which is this Sunday, we're creating an ambience atmosphere for businesses and owners of businesses, captains of industries who have come through the event, to come together and have a business lunch where they can network, interact, share contacts, and see how they can do businesses together and grow their businesses wherever they are. So this is a summary of, the Nigerian Week in London 2023 that will be taking place from the 17th through the 23rd of July 2023. Our tickets are available. More information can be sourced from our website, www.superiorradioandtelevision.com, and also whatever message you want to send to us can be sent via email, info@superiorradioandtelevision.com. Our tickets on website you can find there, as well as go on to eventsbrite.com/Nigeria Week, where you can grab your tickets. I also want to quickly use this opportunity to let you know that one of our main sponsors of this event is Tap Money Send.
Okay.
Tap Money Send affords you the opportunity to get a free ticket to attend this event. All you need to do is download the app Tap Send and send as little as £1 to any Nigeria bank account.
Okay.
Okay, and then just send a screenshot of that transaction. Send it to our telephone number, which is +44 7459 513 619. I repeat that, +44 7459 513 619. So just send it to us. Once we get that, then a ticket will be sent to you free of charge.
To attend the event free of charge.
Yes, that £1 you send is equivalent to about £30 money. Okay, so there's no limitation to how many times you can send it.
You can send.
The more, which means the more you send, the more chances you have to attend the event. Remember, it's a 7-day long event, so just doing one might not be enough. So if you do 7, you get 7 tickets. So it's just that good. So endeavor to see that people grab the opportunity, to patronize Tap Money Send by sending £1 at a time, and then you have a chance to get ticket as you send it.
Yes,
also, for clarity, when you send, you download to a number, for example, you can only do with one number.
Okay.
So, which means if you want to download 2 or download 3, you have to download to your friends, your family. Okay? Get them to exactly get it to send through their own number, and then they get that ticket comes. So that gives you the opportunity to have more tickets for yourself, or get a family or a friend to come along with you once you get this done. So that is the summary, and in the summary of the Nigeria Week that will be taking place in London. Don't forget the venue. The venue for this event is Lighthouse Theatre, 262 to 274 Campbell Road, London, SE 50AY. Okay, so this is the address, the venue where the whole event will be taking place. And like I said, the outdoor event is just like alternate location. It's just a 2-3 minutes walk across the road. That's where the mini park is, where we'll be having the outdoor event.
To the event center as well.
We made it very simple, very easy, close proximity, so that people don't have to travel too far to be able to attend, the event from the main venue. So that's what it is, and that's how it'll be going down come 17th through the 23rd of July 2023. It's all Nigeria Week London. Make it a date, endeavor to be there. It's never happened before. This is the maiden edition. After this year, it becomes an annual event. So everyone should get ready. Businesses, companies, they should get ready to partner with SRTV, organizers of the Nigerian Week London here in the UK. So that's how from here to you and to everybody all around the world. And also, this whole event particularly will be streamed live on our main media partner, which is the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. Okay, so it can be rest assured it will be beamed to people all around the world, because that's what NTA is doing at the moment. So you can be able to watch them anywhere you are in the world.
Quite interesting. You said quite a lot.
And, I think I was informed properly right now.
Yes.
I've been able to get it clearly.
Yes, it's quite interesting. I have one more question just before you go, but we'll go on a quick break now. When we return, we'll continue. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us, viewers. We'll be right back.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance awards to deserving Nigerians and industry icons. Nigeria Week will showcase Afrobeat A-list artists Ice Praise, Terry G, Orishefemi, Oris Wileke, Konga, Bigiano, Nice Flow, Jetplay, and many more. Dates 17th to 23rd July 2023. Time 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Venue Lighthouse Theatre, 262 to 274 Camberwell Road, London SE50AY. Tickets available on Eventbrite at www.eventbrite.com/Nigeria Week or numbers below. For more details, visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week, produced by SRTV in partnership with the Federal Ministry. Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance awards to deserving Nigerians and industry icons. Nigeria Week will showcase Afrobeat A-list artists Ice Praise, Terry G, Orishefemi, Oris Wileke, Konga, Bigiano, Nice Flow, Jetplay, and many more. Dates 17th to 23rd July 2023. Time 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Venue Lighthouse.
Yes, viewers, you're welcome back from that quick break, and you did see that. That is part of the event, something we have been putting on for a long time.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Joe, what else? You said hello. Are you there?
I'm here with you. Yes.
You said quite a lot, but we just wanted to know, get some few tips before we let you go. You said everything there is about this event, but we wanted to know as well. Are there partners? You didn't mention of NTA, but do you have other partner? How can
Aside
people
NTA,
partner with you on this great event?
Okay, thank you very much for flagging that up. As has been mentioned, we have the British Film Institute, BFI, partnering with us on this event because we're looking to collaborate on, bringing standardization and regulation as they do film production here in the United Kingdom. We want to also, introduce that to the Nollywood industry at home. So BFI, the mainstay of the film industry here in the UK, they are on board with us. Then the Nigerian Film Corporation, they are also on board. The Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, they are partnering with this event. The Nigerian High Commission in London, United Kingdom, they have endorsed this event. They're with us, and also I think the arrangements are being made to also reach out to other stakeholders at home. Nigeria Export Promotion was also one of the institutions that are reaching out to be on board. Actually, I remember we did have a meeting with them, a Zoom meeting we had with them. The DG, they're making arrangements on how they can be on board because we're talking about Nigerian cash crops and food crops being on exhibition during this event, and that will be facilitated with the Nigeria Export Promotion Council, for example. Because that is the body responsible for the movement, the movement of food and cash crops in Nigeria. So they will be on board. Negotiations are still ongoing with them, and we'll use this opportunity to let everyone know that with weeks still in hand for the event to launch and to be showcased, opportunities are there for businesses to come on board. We're calling for sponsors. We're trying to reach out to airlines to partner with us, other businesses to also come on board, because you cannot have it better than what we are looking to do right now, where you have Nigeria come to London in full-fledged and in full strength. So businesses, owners of businesses, captains of industries, brand owners, they're all invited. You could be a financial institution, banks in Nigeria. This is an opportunity for you to bring your banking services, to Nigerians to, patronize yourself, have accounts opened with yourself to boost your customer base and all of that. So the opportunity is there. The Bank of Industry, we're also reaching out to BOI, to also partner with this event, tell the world what they do, as far as their platforms are concerned, So, in a nutshell, in addition to all of what has been said, we're also saying that the window is still very much open for businesses and brand owners to come on board, reach out to us, contact
individuals
us
as well, right? With people with that brand that just want to participate.
Can also come.
Well, yes, the people who belong to the MSCs, the medium and small enterprise, categories, they are free to come on board. Over here in London, we're reaching out to such small businesses because we want to create a platform for everyone to come through this event. So for a little token, you can register with us and come to showcase your products, your goods, your services, and tell people about what you do, where you do it, and how they can assess what you do. So all of these opportunities are available. If you're at home in Nigeria, the window is still open for you to reach out to us. If you are here in London or across Europe or America, because people are coming from all over the world for this event, so you can reach us. Send information to us. Go to our website, www.superiorradioandtelevision.com. More details will be available there, or you can send us email, your proposal to us by email, info@superiorradioandtelevision.com, and so that we can open up negotiations for you, how you can participate at this event. So fashion designers, models, filmmakers, everyone in the entertainment sector, everyone is invited to come through, because the fashion show, for example, that's looking to happen cannot happen without fashion designers and models. The models, those in the Moa industry, they are the MUA, makeup artists. We call them Moa. Those in the Moa industry, So they can contact us and then register their interest, discuss with us, and they can be admitted into this event. So in a nutshell, it's open for everyone. All you need to do is just reach out to us, contact us, to discuss your proposal, and we'll see how we can, make it happen for you to partner at this event.
Yes, you said quite a lot is well understood, but just before we let you go, there's something I still want to clarify. When we talk about participating in this event, must you have a business before you attend? Some people might want to have the money and just want to go there,
business, just want to go, nothing to showcase,
just see how it is there. So can they attend?
No, of course. That's why when we talked about ticket earlier on, people buy ticket to come in, you have your money, yes, a lot of things will be on display, a lot of products will be available, a lot of services will also be available. Yes, you come through, have one-on-one with people who come to, vendors who come to showcase their goods, their services, their products. You talk with them. You come there, you also buy stuff that you want to take away as your memorabilia to remember that we were part of Nigeria Week London 2023. Yes, you have your money. Why not? Come on. You come along. There are food that you can buy to eat, things you can buy to take away for yourself. So by all means, everyone, the buyers and sellers, members of the public who want to just come, have fun, enjoy themselves, and feed their eyes with the numerous tastes and products that will be available, the brand Nigeria that will be on display. Everyone is invited. Just grab your ticket and make your way down there. Come spend a little bit of the money that you have, to buy something and to enjoy a wonderful meal, Nigeria cuisine, that will be available throughout the event.
Wow. All road leads to London comes July. Well, thank you so very much, Ambassador Joe. Thank you. You talked quite a lot so much, sir. This topic this morning. I bet the viewers will be wild. A lot of things are going to happen on that event, so you don't want to be left out. I've been on call with Ambassador Joseph Ehiemu Geso. She is sorry, I'm so sorry, sir. Yes, I've been on call with Ambassador Joseph Ehiagiamuso. He is the program director, XRTV Nigerian Week London. Thank you so very much, sir. We appreciate your time. You've said quite a lot and it's well understood. Thank you for all what you're doing there, all to the team over there in London. Thank you for all what you do. We appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you so much. I appreciate both of you too for the good work. You and the team in Abuja in Nigeria for what you guys are doing. Keep the flag flying and keep the fire burning. Sure. At this juncture, I just want to also quickly make a mention. Although he's a very shy guy, the CEO and founder, the visionary of Nigeria Week London, and the CEO of SRTV in London and Abuja, Mr. Ogwevere Christian Ashaiku, for the good work he's doing. That guy is a workaholic. He doesn't sleep. So we pray God to grant him more strength, more energy, and more money. Yes. To see out all the good dreams and visions that he has for everyone. He has a mind for everybody, and he has a good mind for Nigeria and Nigerians all over the world. Yes, so let's support him. Let's keep supporting him to see that all these things come to pass. You see, one of the two of the biggest brand that has left Nigeria is music and film. Nollywood and Afrobeats. Right. These are some of the things he is working assiduously to see that that industry is boosted. Is taken to the next level. People look at Afrobeats. We're ruling the world at the moment. People look at Nollywood. They say we are third best. We want to be first best. Yes. First best in the industry. That's what he's working on, to see that standardization, good films, distribution, marketing, collaboration, funding, most especially, is brought into the industry, so that it's not a case of Moki they work, Bamboo they chop as it used to be. Yes. So, Moki will work this time, Bamboo Moki will chop as well, not Bamboo they chop. That's what he's working on, and we crave indulgence of every stakeholder, every business, every practitioner and professional in the industry, to give him the backing, to support him and support all of us to see that this whole vision comes to fruition. So I want to thank you for your time. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Amen to all the prayer you just prayed for the CEO. We pray that God also
will perfect everything. Thank you so much for clarifying things, sir.
Thank you. We appreciate your time. You're doing amazingly well. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
You too. Bye for now.
Bye. Yes, viewer, we've been on call with Ambassador Joseph Ehiagiamuso, the program director, SRTV Nigerian Week London, all the way from London. That was quite elaborate.
Yeah, he actually explained a lot. Like I was like,
brilliant.
Honestly, it takes a brilliant person to be able to
do this.
Yeah, sure, you tried
in detail.
One step at a time. He was not rushing it.
Yes.
One step at a time.
Now, viewers, you see why you don't have to miss this event. In fact, you have to be there. It's a good place to wrap up the show. But this is the Nigerian week we're talking about that he just explained. And
it is fast approaching.
There is, and it just next month. You don't want to be left out. It's going to be fun. You can either go as a buyer, a seller, just to watch, anything, just to keep the memories, just turn up for that event. All you have to do is go to everbright.com/Nigerian Week and get your tickets and attend. Of course, Mary, thank you so much for being on the show this morning. I appreciate your time. Viewers, thank you for being there with us this morning. Just before we go, don't forget to hit on the notification bell.
Tell people about SRTV. Subscribe to our page,
so that you get to see more of interesting stories.
Don't forget to leave us in the comments. Yeah.
Yes, we'd love to hear from you. We thank the people, the crew behind the camera, people, the crew in London. Thank you for everything you do. We appreciate your efforts. And also, while you're out there, stay safe. There is no fuel the price is much, and now
Sure.
there is no scarcity. But while you are out there, be peaceful with yourself and be peaceful with others. People are going through a lot, and drivers, private car owners, help as many people
As you
you
can.
When you see them, give them a lift genuinely and sincerely without any strain attached. Thank you so much. We'll do this again tomorrow. Hopefully, I remain your princess, KESSY.
And I'm MARYVAL Izzy.
Remember,
Peace is
so
priceless.
let's give peace
A chance.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious